Hi, Emmanuel College. My name is April Toney, and I graduated from Emmanuel just a year ago with a degree in English, and now I'm studying law at the University of Georgia. Academics have always been a first priority to me, as has education. Education has always come first. Of course, there are times when that seems like an unrealistic goal, when life gets in the way, but in the span of a lifetime, college and graduate school represents just one season, and I want to make the most of that. I want to learn as much as possible during that season, and even when it's challenging, I try to remain committed to my goal of putting education first, and that has proven to be very rewarding in my life. Of course, as in any academic journey, I have faced adversity, both on a small scale and a large scale. On a small scale, I've had to fight my natural tendencies, like procrastinating and waiting until the last minute to do things. For me, it's an everyday journey reminding myself to start early, to do my best. And on a large scale, some of the adversity has been not getting everything right off the bat that you wanted. For example, when I was applying to graduate schools, I applied to 9 different schools. And the first thing I heard back was a no. And then again, another no. I heard a no from 6 different schools, and it really felt like I wasn't going to get in anywhere. I thought, 4 years of my life on an English degree, what am I gonna do? But then the yes finally came, and I really felt like that it was just an answer to my prayers, that God gave me the no's to give me the one yes that I really needed. And I've never been happier in my life than I am pursuing the will of God and doing that through my academics. My faith has really informed my academics because I couldn't do this alone. I don't think for one second that I would have ended up in law school here. Oh, there's the bell. If it wasn't for God's guidance. And before I go into anything, I say a prayer. Sometimes I make the joke that I am the most faithful or the most sound in my faith right before a test, because every single test requires prayer, and I'm sure you've experienced that in your own life. Dear God, help me remember all the material I've studied, and even the things that I didn't study, help me remember what was on the board right behind the teacher's head. And I know we've all said prayers like that, but I think that God listens to those prayers, and He honors our commitment to our education. Also, I think that Emmanuel helped my education in so many ways. It gave me the foundation that I needed to succeed. And it was through teachers in Emmanuel having their open door to me at any point, and being able to be not just a teacher, but also a friend or someone who I could ask for advice from. And I don't think you get that at every school, and I don't think you have the ability just to walk into any teacher's office and say, I need help here, or I'm not really understanding this, or why did I get such a bad grade on this project? Can you explain to me what I'm doing wrong? So I say take that opportunity while you're at Emmanuel to step into your teacher's office and ask the questions you want to ask. Second, I think one of my biggest success at Emmanuel was due to the friends and the study groups I was able to have. I never did a project on my own. I never studied alone. I always went to my friends. I always sat there, and even if we weren't saying anything to each other, we just sat there in the same room, worked on our papers or worked on our projects, and I think that was absolutely the most valuable. Sorry guys, it started raining, so I had to come inside, but I want to end with 3 pieces of advice. First is the worst advice I've ever been given. Second, some of the best advice I've ever been given. And third is just a piece of advice from my own experience. First, I think the worst advice that anyone's ever told me was that grades don't matter when you're in college because you're just trying to get a degree. That is an absolute falsehood. Don't fall into that trap. Your grades are very important. And while grades are not everything, it is important to be a well-rounded person. Grades might be the first thing that someone looks at when they're looking at an application for something. So strive your best to have good grades, and don't listen to someone when they tell you that your grades aren't important, because they really are. Second, some of the best advice I think I've ever been given was picture your life 5 years from now. Where do you want to be? Because you can accomplish anything within 5 years. And I think that is absolutely true. College is only a 4-year experience, and then after that you have graduate school or perhaps getting a job. Think about 5 years from now. Set goals to be where you want to be in 5 years, and you can accomplish that. Third, my personal advice is find something that you love and make that your passion and pursue it. And I mean that in an academic sense. Find classes that you love taking, find teachers that you love learning from, and let that become your passion. That is the way that you will truly succeed in your academic journey. Thanks, guys. Bye.